Great mode of transportation coming from West Seattle over here to the city is the water taxi, and a lot of people have done that here this evening as another pivotal game on the line here tonight as the Mariners play the Athletics in game 2 of a 4-game series. Playoff possibilities so thick in the air for the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew, you bet, keep fighting. And Taijuan Walker. Mariners put their faith in him tonight. Big right-hander, 24 years old. Let's see what he can do against these Athletics. Here's Joey Wendell to lead it off. Swing and a miss at 94. Wendell, a 250 hitter. 64 degrees and calm here in Seattle. Good news, talking to Mel Stottlemyre Jr., the pitching coach. He said the Taijuan side session's getting ready for this start. We're terrific, and he expects big things tonight. Hope that comes true. Here's Mel.
We talked about a big key for Taijuan is commanding his fastball. That last fastball, 95 miles an hour, so that's a good sign.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. And foul.
Sometimes with Taijuan, it takes him an inning or two to get his velocity back, just kind of feeling his way through the game, but that is not the case. And I think Scott Servais, he is always honest with his guys. I think he let them know that there's going to be a short leash. If you don't have it early, he's going to his bullpen. And that's something that a starting pitcher does not necessarily want to hear, but they understand what they're up against, so they come out with their best stuff.
Ariel Miranda found that out in Minnesota.
He was really good last night. Nice bounce back for Miranda.
Taijuan dealing to Wendell, 1-2. Fouled off again. Bertrand Washington, third base coach for the Athletics. Mike Aldrete coaching at first. Already pitch number 8 coming up.
Wendell having a tough time catching up to Taijuan's fastball. The last one 96 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone.
Wendell in just 26 game. 2-2 pitch. Put it in play. Marte just got him.
Take a look at the rest of the lineup for Oakland. Ryan Healy, the third baseman, he is a rookie, leads American League rookies with hits since the All-Star break with 80. Then you have Chris Davis, 41 home runs, 100 RBIs. He leads the team in both of those categories. And Jake Smolinski, he will hit 8th in the lineup tonight, 0 for his last 15 with 5 strikeouts. Hopefully that will continue. For Taijuan Walker, looking for his 8th win, a 4.35 ERA, 116 strikeouts, over 32 walks. Opponent's hitting .252 against Taijuan.
There's Stephen Vogt DHing this evening. Vogt 0 for his last 8, proven to be a dangerous hitter against the Mariners over the last few years.
Mariners have the shift on with him hitting.
Bob Melvin, tough year for the Athletics manager. Taijuan 3-0 here to Vogt. Home plate umpire James Hoy with Marvin Hudson at first, Jim Joyce at second, and Chad Fairchild at third. What do we expect from James Hoy?
He's a good umpire. 7th season in Major League Baseball. Worked postseason in 2011 and 14. But I think that for Taijuan, this will be a good umpire for him. I think he's fair, and with the type of command Taijuan typically has, I think James Hoy will help him out.
3-1 pitch. Oh, way outside.
Take a look at the defense for the Mariners. No changes from last night. Martinez in center field. Then you have Ketel Marte at shortstop. What a play he made in the 7th inning last night. Might have saved the game for the Mariners. Mike Zunino will do the catching. Taiwan against the Twins, 5 1/3, 9 hits, but only 3 earned runs, a couple of walks, 7 strikeouts, 96 pitches for Taiwan.
Five and a third in his last outing. See if he can get deep here. Tough hitter in Ryan Healy, 5-game hitting streak, 10 for his last 19. Strike one to Ryan.
Martin, the center fielder, shading towards right center, expecting him to hit the ball the other way in the air.
Foul ball. Well, here's some good news. The Red Sox have rallied to tie in the 7th. The Mariners would appreciate a Boston win tonight. Big Papi called Robbie Cano before the game. They were FaceTiming, and Robbie was telling him, hey man, need some help. Inside, and that was a funny scene with Robbie talking to Ortiz on FaceTime to get Nelson Cruz and Martin and Marte, all of them. You could, I was not deciphering the Spanish, but you could tell their message was, dude, we need a win tonight from you. 1-2 pitch. Oh, nice stop by Zunino.
So basically they want him to finish the regular season strong.
With a bang, absolutely. Quite helpful.
Well, Mariners have played well in September, and everybody at this point aware of what this series means to them, and they need some help. It's good to see Boston come back and tie that game up.
Up the middle. There's Marte to Cano. There's the double play. Right on time. And a good start defensively for the Mariners. They come to bat when we return. Well, the Mariners have won 5 of their last 7 games, and Nori Aoki's played a part in it. 4-game hitting streak, 6 for his last 14. Here's a look at the rest. The Mariner batting order.
On the last road trip, we spent a lot of time talking about the guys in the middle of the lineup for good reason. They were all hot, but it was the bottom of the lineup last night that was very productive. Martin hitting 7th, 2 for 4 RBI and a run scored. Mike Zunino, his 12th home run last night with a couple of hits. And Ketel Marte, 2 for 4 with an RBI, hitting 9th. Be his 5th start of the season. The Mariners faced Alcantara earlier this year. Good fastball right around 93 miles an hour. 13 strikeouts over 3 walks. Opponents hitting 300. He's given up 5 home runs in 4 starts.
September 11th he went 5 2/3 of 7 hit, 2-run ball, a walk, and 4 strikeouts, and a no decision against the Mariners as Nori looks at a strike.
He will throw his fastball a lot on the season in his 4 starts. Right around 70% fastballs from him. 2 fastballs in a row. That one right off the outside corner, but gets the call. See, Nori had a good night last night, 2 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Fouled it off. More good news from Boston. They can FaceTime Big Papi and thank him. 2-run homer. Ortiz, 5-3 Boston. Ball and 2 strikes to Nori Aoki. Dug it out, keep the at-bat alive.
5 pitches, 5 fastballs, the last one at 95 miles an hour. His best off-speed pitch has been his changeup. That's the pitch that he likes to throw more often than his curveball or slider.
1-2 pitch. Pulled foul. Working on that pitch count already.
It's only fair. Joey Wendell, leadoff hitter for the A's.
I know, was that nuts?
He saw 9 pitches in his at bat. This will be the 7th pitch for Nori.
Nice job. Alcantara called up from AAA Nashville in September 5, jumped from AA to the bigs. Third ace pitcher to make his debut this year without any experience at AAA. Mengden and Overton, the other 2. Off his glove, slowed it up. That'll be a base hit. Good start for the Mariners.
This is going to be right back up the middle. Wendell tried to barehand it. The ball's moving pretty good rate. You can see right off the end of his fingertips. That'll be an infield hit for Aoki. And look at the defense. Chris Davis was the DH last night. He's in left field tonight. Does not have a strong throwing arm. Look for the Mariners to take advantage of that. Joey Wendell at second, getting his first start of the series, and Bruce Maxwell, he will do the catching. Runner so far this year, he is 0 for 8 throwing out base stealers.
Here's Alcantara facing Seth Smith, and Smitty, happy birthday, number 34. Smitty looking to dig himself out of a hole his last 6 games, just 1 for 14. So maybe there's an explosion forthcoming. Defenders right side of the infield for Seth. He's already ahead in the count, 2-0. Long foul, 2-1.
Dave, you were talking about some of Seth's struggles lately. Typically in a 2-0 count on a fastball at 94 in the middle of the plate, he was going to square that pitch up, but a late swing. Kind of in between lately. Late on the fastball, out in front of the off-speed pitches.
Comes 2-1, not a big lead by Nori. He's back easily.
The A's have the shift on with Seth hitting.
Center field, Smolinski going back and makes a catch on the track. One away.
Seth puts a good swing on this fastball, running away from him. You take a look at our Primera Supermo and the swing by Seth. Solid line drive all the way out to center field. Driving Smolinski back all the way to the warning track. Good swing by Seth.
Brings up Robinson Cano, Seattle chapter of the Baseball Writers Association of America's MVP for the Mariners. Oh for 4 last night, 0 for his last 8. And now got a balk.
No. There was time called.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. All of a sudden, I saw Marvin Hudson pointing to second base and screaming.
Oh, he called the balk, but he didn't realize that Robbie had called timeout.
Okay. Ball 1-2. Robbie is 0 for 3 against Alcantara. There's some defensive alignment. Straight away for Robinson Cano, leading hitter on the Mariner Ball Club. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Hammered foul. A little bigger crowd from last night. Last night 19,000. It's college night this evening. Fan appreciation night. Like a bigger crowd, maybe closer to 25,000.
It's always interesting when you look at teams and try to figure out what their scouting report on a particular hitter is. Last night, Graveman, who throws a lot of fastballs, was pitching Robbie in. Alcantara, everything is trying to be away from him.
Slicing drive, left center field, and it's gone! A 2-run homer! Robinson Cano with an early lead for the Mariners. For Robbie, home run number 37. RBIs 98 and 99. Hey now.
And they were going to pitch him away again with the fastball. Alcantara at 94 miles an hour throws it right down the middle. And Robbie barrels it up. Slicing fly ball out to left center field, and he hits it out into the pen.
That's impressive. That is impressive. Early lead. Just named the club MVP by the Seattle chapter of the Baseball Writers Association of America.
It's been 2 out of the last 3 days. He's given them an early lead, a 3-run home run in Houston in the first inning, and now this 2-run homer.
So it matches his buddy David Ortiz, who just put Boston ahead a few minutes ago, 5-3 against Toronto. Here's Nelson Cruz. Well, he said he was going to try to get into the weight room with that wrist problem that's been a problem. He's such a weight room warrior. He said he hadn't been able to do it in about a week. He's going to try to get something done today. 1-2.
Well, a couple of things. One, he doesn't seem to grimace as much, at least on that swing. Last night I noticed it was the first time that he didn't have that wrist all taped up, and so he must be feeling better.
Yeah, he did. He said it was better than it's been the last couple 3 days. Reading his, easy to read his face. He smokes this base hit left field. That works on a 1-2 pitch. How about his hustle last night, running at that infield hit?
Well, and for a big man, he gets down the line in pretty good shape. You take a look at this swing. Solid line drive base hit, turns a fastball around at 96 miles an hour. No surprise to see him hustle.
He said he had the 6th inning last night. That sheer will getting up that line. Nothing like jumping on a team that's struggling right now. The A's come in with 4 consecutive losses. They've lost 9 of the last 10. And the Mariners have beaten them in 6 consecutive games. Why not pour it on early? Here's Kyle Seager, 4-game hitting streak work.
Kyle able to reach 30 home runs. That was on the last day in Houston.
Robbie at 99 RBIs, Cruz at 102, Seager sitting on 99. Got 330 and 100 guys in the middle of this lineup. To Kyle. 0 for 3 in his first encounter with Raul Alcantara back on the 11th of September.
Alcantara already 22 pitches. Recorded just 1 out. 5 batters faced, 1 first pitch strike.
Pitching outside, missed. 2-1. Just Healy, the only defender on the left side of the infield. Pitch count continues to mount. Two on to Seager with Cruz at first. He's in good shape here, 3-1. A hot hitter on deck, Adam Lind. Early troubles already for Bob Melvin and the Athletics. Lind with a 10-game hitting streak. Three one to Kyle. And he'll take his base. How about Robbie Cano over his last 11 ball games? Big time players play big when the money's on the table.
A lot of damage too, not just hitting for average, but 12 RBIs over the 11 games, 8 extra base hits, including the 4 home runs. That's what you need. Takes a lot of pressure off of everybody else in the lineup.
Good young pitching coach.
You mentioned it, Dave, with the A's just playing out the string right now. I always wondered if you're one of the starting pitchers, they realize this is going to be their last start of the year, and you know, how in tune are they? How hard are they working? What are they thinking about? How invested are they into this final outing?
And how soon do they get deflated? As soon as you can get on them.
Yeah.
Take that starch right out of them. Well, here's Adam Lind. Donaldson at the plate for Toronto right now. A couple of runners aboard, tying runs on board in that Boston-Toronto game. First pitch strike. Adam Lind.
Adam with a couple of hits in last night's ball game. He's been swinging the bat well lately. Adam with a 10-game hitting streak.
In the dirt.
And with the way the Mariners are approaching Alcantara, he is starting to get off of his fastball a little bit more. We're seeing more change-ups from him, trying to mix it up.
Lane got a single to right against him in the 4th inning back on Sunday, September 11th. The Mariners 3-2 win at Oakland. Count here at 1-1. And didn't hit him. Gets away from both runners. Move up. A wild pitch.
Pulls across on a fastball again, trying to go to the outside corner.
They did a heck of a job to avoid getting hit. Bottom 8 now as Donaldson grounds out to third. Maxwell catching that wild pitch. So Donaldson grounds out. That ends the inning for Toronto.
A's have their infield in.
Nice play by Wendell, holding the runner. 2 away. If Martin can pick up a couple of runs here. 8 for his last 17.
Drove in a run last night.
And at third is Healy. A few steps on the grass. Strike one.
"30 pitches in the first inning. 30 pitches, 18 strikes for Alcantara.
Martin doubled off him last time. They squared off. Here's the 0-1. 0-2. Inside again, missed. 1-2. Martin, 7th man to the plate here in the first inning. 2-run homer by Robinson Cano. Couple of men aboard. Cruz at third, Seager at second. Swing and a miss. Got him. Good inning nonetheless. 2 runs. A couple of runners left. After an inning, Mariners lead it 2-0. And let's hear from one of the Ultimate Fan winners, Joe. Taijuan Walker. Taijuan's going to face the middle of the order. Chris Davis, Yonder Alonso, and Marcus Semien. Big double play helped Taijuan in the first.
Taijuan had a good fastball in the first. Topped out at 96 miles an hour. Didn't walk a batter, but was able to get the double play to get out of the inning. Faced the minimum.
As we talked about last night, Mike, he's got to be careful fastball with Davis because he's almost always looking dead red.
Yeah, and he's not trying to hit a single either.
By no stretch of the imagination.
A lot of home runs and a lot of strikeouts for him. 41 home runs on the year. Struck out 164 times. 7th in the league. Those 41 home runs tied with Nelson Cruz for 3rd. Breaking ball. Boy,
He's a classic full power hitter. I mean, he's stepping in a bucket. He's got the hips open.
Well, and the other thing that we've seen this year too, he's hit 7 home runs against the Mariners this year out of the 41. As you throw him a breaking ball in the middle of the plate, a bad breaking ball, and he can hit it out. He has power to center field as well. We've seen that.
He hit one or two here, and I remember a couple long ones in Oakland, one to left and another one to right center. He's sitting on an even 100 RBIs, 2-2, and he's bailing out.
And Taiwan's missed with a couple of curveballs in this at bat as Alonso waits on deck.
Three-two pitch. Friendly hop to Marte, throws him out. One down. Hey, it's a fight to the finish as the Mariners continue their series against the A's tomorrow. It's a 6:10 start. But don't forget Sunday, a 12:10 start. That's 3:10 Eastern. All Major League games starting at that time. So with the playoff spot still on the line, every game matters. You bet. Visit Mariners.com for tickets. Come on out, folks. Mariners baseball, true to the blue. Brings up first baseman Yonder Alonso. Cano out short right field for him with Marte shading the middle, and first pitch strike. Boston a 5-3 lead, bottom 8 against Toronto up in Beantown. Laurie read it right off the bat. 2 down.
It's early in the game, but so far a lot of high fastballs from Taijuan Walker, pitching at the top of the strike zone.
It's hard to see throws. That's got to be real tough to really barrel it.
Yeah, I think you basically have to cheat on it, get started a little bit early, expecting it to be the top of the zone if you're going to catch up to it, especially with him throwing 95 miles an hour.
There's Marcus Semien. Led off last night's game, went 1 for 4. Dangerous hitter, even though his batting average is .232. He's got 27 homers, 73 runs batted in. The 1-0. I can remember a lot of times last year where Taijuan was not at his best. He talked about working into 95 plus.
Right.
Man, he is out of the gate bringing it today. Just what Mel talked about a couple of days ago. Said you're going to like what you see. So far, so good.
I think with the mechanical changes that Mel and Taijuan have worked on, Taijuan's gained a lot of confidence.
That one barreled, hit hard into the corner. Marcus Semien with a double. That'll be his 25th.
First base hit for the A's tonight. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. They want it to go away. He likes the ball middle in. That one ends up on the inside corner. Jams him a little bit.
The more you see of Semien, you can tell that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with for a long time.
27 home runs. Leads all shortstops in the American League.
There's Bruce Maxwell doing the catching tonight. Two nothing and a Cano homer in the first. Taijuan trying to get out number 3 here.
A's are hitting .261 as a team with runners in scoring position.
No count.
Taijuan 31 pitches or 33 pitches into the game, still trying to get a feel for his off-speed pitches. He's missed with a curveball and a changeup.
Behind here 2-0. It's a fun time of year being in contention, I gotta tell you. They split Mariner vision earlier a couple hours ago, what, 4 o'clock Pacific time. They had the Boston game on the left side, the Yankee game on the right side. You could hear the groans in here when Trumbo and Jones went deep for Baltimore. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Gotta love the atmosphere. Detroit 6-2 at Atlanta, end of 8. I believe Mr. Cabrera's hit a couple of home runs. 2-2 pitch here. And that's a wild pitch, and that'll get Simeon to third. Takes a big turn. He'll hold.
Wild pitch on the curveball. Yeah, that's a good fastball tonight. He's throwing a lot of strikes with his fastball, but his breaking ball is tough. As you take a look, the Primera Supremo, and ball bounces out in front of home plate, goes off the side of the chest protector of Mike Zunino.
His arm and his ribs. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Walked him. Second walk.
This with a changeup.
Tying runs aboard. Brings up Jake Smolinski. He's got service. But the juices are churning in his stomach tonight. Here's Smolinski, a chance to take advantage of the fact that he is 0 for his last 15.
I think that's probably a pretty good point, because as a player, once the first pitch is thrown, back to business as usual. But if you're the manager or one of the coaches, you can't hit it, catch it, or pitch it, so it makes it a little more difficult. You have to sit there and hope that you guys play well.
Gonna be a heck of a lot more relaxing playing the game by far.
A lot more fun too.
Better be. 1-1.
Yeah, Mike Zunino out to the mound.
To the 9th, Red Sox Blue Jays. Craig Kimbrell coming in. Sox lead at 5-3. Taiwan needs a put away right here. 1-1 count. 2 on, 2 out. Mike saved him there. 2-1. Gotta get back that rhythm he had just a few minutes ago.
Well, he's throwing a lot of pitches too. 40 pitches working here in the second inning.
Throwing out of the stretch with the new mechanics. Still getting a feel.
Last pitch, a good fastball. Right on the outside corner at 96 miles an hour. His velocity is not an issue, and his fastball command is pretty good too. It's just his off-speed pitches. A tough time.
Two-two pitch. And he gets a shutdown here in the second. He escapes. And if the Hall of Famer were here, he would be digging what the Mariners are doing right now. 2-0 Seattle. And a stalwart all year long. A 2-run homer in the first. Mariners lead early on here against the Athletics. Game 2 of a 4-game set. And one of those sets where you got to get them all. You got to get them all. That's all there is to it. And as we speak right now, Boston a 5-3 lead against Toronto and trying to close out the Jays. Mike Zunino, a little comebacker. One pitch, one out. There's still time to take advantage of the EQC military discount here at Safeco Field. Former or current members of the armed forces will receive 10% off select seats for this weekend's big series against the A's. For tickets, present your military ID at the Safeco Field box office ASAP. And we thank you for your service. Tel Marte, nice little run. He's on 6 for his last 17.
A couple of base hits in last night's game. Picked up an RBI.
Was at the bottom of the order, had a very good night last night.
That was great to see.
Chopper off the plate. Alonso for the tag, and he got him. Two quick outs. Coming up tomorrow, our CenturyLink bringing you what's next. And Jarrell Cotton goes against Sashi Iwakuma. Named by the Baseball Writers Association Seattle chapter and Mariners' best pitcher.
Cotton off to a great start for the A's. 2-0 with a 1.44. Opponent's hitting just 159.
Nari with an infield hit. Scored on the Cano home run. With that base hit in the first, Nori's hitting streak to 5 games. Look at Nori, deep to right, giddy up, stay fair, it did, gone. Mariners lead it 3-0. Nori Aoki showing some pop.
He was paying attention. His first at bat, saw a lot of pitches, all of them fastballs. First pitch fastball fouled it off, a little bit of a late swing. And this one right here is middle in, and he absolutely ambushes it. Gets the barrel out there ahead of the fastball and drives it into the seats in right.
Ooh, that's a nice looking swing. Smitty, get some cake for your birthday, son. Smitty sent one to the track center field. First time up. Nori Aoki, that's his 4th homer and 3rd here in the second half of the season. Outstanding. 1-0 pitch here to Seth. Well, dribbler stays fair. And Alonso teasing him. Quick inning, but productive with the Nori home run. After 2 innings, it's the Mariners 3-0 over the tonight. 2-run shot by Cano and a solo blast by Aoki as Matt Olson in just his 9th big league game this season. Flies out to Nori. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Well, you'd like to see Taiwan have a quick inning. He had to throw 42 pitches to get through the first 2 innings.
Top of the order, Joey Wendell. Long at bat, 9 pitches to lead off the ball game, grounded out to short. Blue Jays down to their last out. Tulowitzki at the plate, representing the tying run. Boston a 5-3 lead over Toronto. Cano takes care of this, and we're to a quick inning. Stephen Vogt the DH. Fan appreciation night, back to school night. Tomorrow's going to be Oktoberfest here at the ballpark. And then Sunday, Kids Appreciation Day, Kids Club ticket special as well.
Vogt walked his first time up. Mariners have the shift on. You can see the defense. Taiwan was trying to pitch him away and did not hit the outside corner. Everything off the plate away to Vogt.
Good looking pitch, strike 1. Another good offering there by Taiwan Walker. Changeup's been a heck of an addition from what we saw 2 years ago. Really made a lot of progress. He's on his fist, fouled it off. It's going to get out of play.
Pretty good combination of pitches so far. Starts him off with a curveball to get the first strike. Good changeup that we were talking about, Dave. He came right back with a fastball at the top of the strike zone again at 96 miles an hour.
2 out, nobody on. Ball 1. Toronto with the tying runs aboard. Top of the 9th. Foul back. Stephen Vogt out of Tumwater. Went 0 for 4 in last night's game. Ball and 2 strikes. So much for the quick inning.
This will be the 7th pitch of this at bat. So far, Taiwan has thrown 9 pitches in the inning.
Seth Smith will take care of this. Good inning for Taiwan. Home third coming up. Cano, Cruz, and Seager. Big boys again. 3-0 Mariners. baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. And by Amtrak Cascades. What a beautiful way to travel. Visit AmtrakCascades.com. Really good news from Fenway. Thank you, David Ortiz, with that 2-run homer. Provide the winning margin. 5-3 Sox. Knock off the Blue Jays. Orioles got it done at Yankee Stadium, and the Tigers doing a number on the Braves. There's Robbie Cano. Home run on a 1-1 pitch in the first inning. Home run number 37. RBIs now 99. It's another one. Deep to center field. Got carried. Getting up and gone. Robinson Cano's on fire. 4-0 Mariners. Second home run for Robbie. And even 100 runs batted in. 38th home run.
He's been smiling a lot lately for good reason. This is on a changeup. Changeup out over the plate, and he barrels it up. That is right on the barrel. This time of the year in the evening, hits it right over the 401 mark. That is a pretty good blast by Cano. And he is hot.
Impressive. Even 100 RBIs.
Nelson Cruz with a base hit his first time. Solid line drive into left field.
One to Nelly. On the corner.
20th career multi-home run game for Robinson Cano.
Special player. There's 1-2. Nelly. That's deep to center. That's got a chance. Jumping. It's off the top of the fence. And let's see. It is a double.
That's a home run.
They're waving them in. That's going to be a home run. They're waving them in. The boomstick checks in with home run number 42.
One of the things we talked about before the game, Alcantara in 4 starts given up 5 home runs. Something the Mariners do is hit the ball out of the ballpark. Already their 4th home run in the ballgame. Cano with 2, Aoki with 1, and now Nelson Cruz for Cruz. His 42nd home run on the year.
That wrist feeling a lot better. Boomstick, baby, indeed. RBI number 103.
Just out of his reach.
Yeah. I was reading the second base umpire, crew chief Jim Joyce, and it seemed like he was hesitating for a while.
The Mariners were 4th in Major League Baseball in home runs with 217. I'm going to take a look at it, but that was clearly over the fence. So now at 221. Yeah. Goes over the top of his glove. Or was that in his glove for a second?
Well, that's why I was hesitant, because I thought he had it in his glove and he brought it back.
That may have been at the end of his glove.
Yeah.
And he may have brought it back into the ballpark.
Looks like he did.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Initially, I thought it hit something behind his glove and ricocheted back onto the field.
And that's why Jimmy was out there, and he wasn't really giving a twirling sound. He was like halfway between, and I'm waiting for him, and I'm waiting for what I saw out there. So take a look at it.
I think that's going to be a double.
Here's the good news. Double or home run, his wrist is feeling better.
Well, the thing about it is they called it a home run, and could you see it? Could you see it that it was in his glove and that his glove brought it back? I don't know.
Yeah, there's nothing for it to hit back there. Yeah.
I could have hit that railing.
Get that big Lou Piniella model glove. You know, it's one of those big, right? Lou used to play with the biggest daggone glove. Smolinski back there.
From that angle, I don't. Well, we're going to find out right now. I think it absolutely went in his glove and he brought it back. But we'll see.
What do we got? Hey, give him a run! There we go. Number 42 for Nelly and RBI number 103. So back-to-back jacks here in the third. Call stands. Crew chief review. Not a challenge.
Kurt Young making a trip out to the mound. Zach Neal getting loose in the pen for the A's. Alcantara's given up 4 home runs.
And a homer in each inning. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 here in the third. Let's get Seager over to the 100 mark. Robbie's at an even 100. Elliott 103 and Kyle sitting on 99. Ball 1. He walked first time up. A Seager chant has gone up here. He's got a 2-0 count.
Not a surprise. Alcantara trying to keep the ball away from him. Both pitches missing off the plate away.
2-0 pitch. Making 3 of them. Adam Lind on deck. 3-0 pitch. Big strike. Zach Neal heating up quickly. 3-1 to Kyle Seager. Center field again. Going back. And it's off the glove. Seager will hold at second. Well, 3 balls smoked to center field. I mean, it's just they're picking on him.
Yeah, and for Kyle, it was that close to RBI 100. Take a look at it. Great effort by Smolinski. The center fielder goes in his glove, hits the wall hard, and that jars the ball out of his glove for a double. And Bob Melvin out of the dugout. He's going to make a pitching change.
I'm tired of watching home run derby here in the third. Smolinski get plenty of air time and made a heck of an effort. Just a little more oomph. Wow. Alcantara is chased. Mariners have a 5-0 lead.
playing Atlanta now, or if the Tigers go 0-3. So the Mariners still have an opportunity to still clinch. If they lose a game, they can only tie Toronto and Detroit. If they lose 2, then they will be eliminated.
New pitcher Zach Neal. His first batter, Adam Lind. Nobody out. 2 runs in. Seager at second. Inning started with Robbie Cano, 1-0 pitch, a home run. Nelson Cruz in a 1-2 pitch, a home run. Kyle Seager in a 3-1 pitch, a double in and out of the glove of the center fielder Smolinski. He's got to be, these first 3 guys got to feel like he's being persecuted out there.
For Zach Neal, sinker slider, he will mix in a changeup and a curveball. This is his 24th appearance on the year, 4.5 ERA for him. Not many strikeouts, as you can see. He wants them to put the ball in play on the ground.
Two-0 pitch. Shepard. Seager eases to third. Lynn moves him over. Come back to the pitcher. One away. An opportunity for Martin to pick up an RBI with a single or a sac fly. Good look from the upper deck. Right field side. Martin struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Drawn in infield. Big swing, and Martin walking it off. Still got that pain up around his left shoulder and trap area there. Full plate umpire James Hoy going to give him a few extra seconds to shake it off. Good night for Nelson Cruz. Got 2 hits, got his 42nd home run. Here comes Smolinski, tagging his Seager, and he shuts it down. Not quite deep enough. 2 outs. They can get a 2-out knock from Zunino. Mike Tapper back to the pitcher, his first time up.
Mike hit his 12th home run of the year last night.
Impressive shot into the bullpen. Pull shot from Mike. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. One to 1. Zach Neal out of Columbia, South Carolina, 27 years old. He's a Sooner, University of Oklahoma. One and 2. Home runs by Cano and Cruz in this inning. A double by Seager to try to get him home with 2 outs. Strike 3 called. Runner stranded at third. But the home runs are pretty sight. Cano and Cruz going straight away center field. Here's Robbie. 2 plate appearances, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Nelly, a base hit and a home run. It's been a good night, and it's still early. 5-0 Mariners. The great Roberto Clemente, his 3,000th and final hit before sadly died in a plane crash aiding earthquake victims in Nicaragua. And George Brett joins the 3,000 hit club in 1992. 3 Hall of Famers. Fine night here for the Mariners so far in the first third of this ball game. Taijuan Walker shutout ball, giving up just 1 hit. And he has been aided and abetted by an explosive offense. 4 home runs tonight. Ryan Healy. Consider strike. Healy, Davis, and Alonso 3, 4, and 5 here in the 4th.
Taijuan throwing just 10 pitches in the 3rd, and he needed to. 42 pitches to get through the first 2 innings, but he was efficient in the 3rd inning. Starting to get a better feel for his curveball. First couple of innings wasn't able to throw it for a strike, but it looked like last inning he was able to get a better feel. Changeup was excellent.
There's 1-2. Worked inside, missed. Put a handle on his season. I mean, he gets out of the gate 2-0 in the first 4 starts with a 1.44, and then it falls apart in the 2nd month.
Well, I think that I would go right to what Mel Stottlemyre had talked to me about, and Taijuan is obviously gifted, and things were working well in April, but mechanically he was doing some things wrong, and eventually it caught up to him, and he wasn't able to self-correct on the mound, and that was something that Taijuan had to go to Mel and figure that out. Taijuan wanted some help, and that's what's changed things for him. And I think more than anything, it's really going to help him going into next year.
No doubt about it. Here's a 2-2. Martin take care of this one away. Coaching staff talked about the fact that they waited till he hit rock bottom. He came to them and they said, all right, now we can go to work. Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Train. 2 more games here. 6:10 start tomorrow. Make note of that, and really make note of this on Sunday. 12:10 start. That's something that Major League Baseball came up with a couple years ago. Start all the games at 3:10 Eastern time, all 15 games, and hopefully there'll be plenty of drama to talk about on Sunday afternoon. Chris Davis, 2nd time up, grounded out to Marte, leading off the 2nd.
You look at their lineup, he's the one that you have to worry about, but not nearly as scary when you have 5 runs on the board.
Just joining us, Cano's got 2 home runs. Nori Aoki, yes, Nori Aoki's got a home run, his 4th of the year. Nelly Cruz hit his 42nd. Been a good night so far. Taiwan 1-1. Foul ball.
And Taiwan has had a good fastball tonight. His fastball has been 94 to 96 miles an hour. Throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, 9 out of 13 batters.
So far, he's done a good job messing with the timing of Chris Davis. Two again. There we go. Did not. So check with Marvin Hudson.
Good changeup just below the strike zone. Pretty good take from Davis. Tough to lay off of that pitch, especially with Taiwan throwing as hard as he is tonight.
Three-two pitch. Walked it. That is the third walk. Comes with one out here in the fourth. Game 162. It's Felix Day. Cheer on Felix and the Mariners this Sunday. 12:10 start time from the King's Court in what could be a dramatic finish to the regular season. Grab a ticket. Special edition of This Is My House t-shirt and a K card for just $30 at mariners.com/Felix.
It's a good looking t-shirt.
As I mentioned to Mr. Martinez over the air last night, a dozen for the boys in the booth, and I will drop that one on him again via text. Andrew Alonso flied out to left.
Good curveball in the outside corner. Getting a better feel for that pitch.
How about the fact that he dropped it in at 76? Almost in Iwakuma territory. Seen Kuma go as low as what, 68, 69?
Oh, he's been below that. 66, I think, is what we saw in his last outing.
And I do remember a 67, so that's pretty impressive. And that's a heck of a difference maker there for Taiwan. Can range from 96, 97 down to 76. Ahead here 0-2. Two pitch. Here we go, 1-2. Here comes Smitty. And they got a chance to double up, and they're going to get it. That works out nicely. Some bad base running there by Chris Davis. Mariners take advantage of it. Second double play tonight. 5-0 Seattle. Lindor, can they knock it down? What do they need here?
Well, this could force a tiebreaker again if the Mariners win tonight and the next 2 days, which would be a sweep of the A's. And two of the following: Baltimore, who won today, would have to lose the next 2 games down in Atlanta. Toronto, who lost, look at that, they split the next 2 games with Boston, and Boston has a lot to play for. That is something that can certainly happen. And then the Tigers, you can see them 2-1. So there's a lot going on. Excuse me, the Tigers playing Atlanta. Baltimore ended up beating New York today. So that's a pretty good scenario for the Mariners.
Boston 5-3 over Toronto. Baltimore 8. Yankees 1, and Detroit 6-2 at Atlanta. On the button, down the line, foul off the bat of Marte. Marte, Aoki, and Smith, 9-1-2 coming up.
89 miles an hour, just out in front of the fastball. Neal does not throw hard. Again, sinker slider type of pitcher, wants to keep it on the ground.
Out back. Marte, first time up, grounded out the first. 4 home runs hit tonight by the Mariners. Cano, a 2-run shot in the first. Nori Aoki solo blast in the second. Cano and Cruz went back to back in the third. Zach Neal on in relief of Raul Alcantara. On away. There's no message that can't wait. Remember, drunk, drugs, or high, it's a DUI. Help us all reach Target Zero. Learn more at targetzero.org. Top of the order, Nori Aoki having a good night. Infield hit and a home run, 2 for 2. Swing and a miss.
A couple of base hits tonight for Nori, raising his batting average to .282 now.
Contra, the A's started 2 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, a walk and a strikeout. 4 home runs. 2. Inside, missed, 1-2. Mariners trying to make it 7 consecutive wins against these Athletics. They own the season series at 11-5. 1-2. That's a nice play by Joey Wendell. Well done. Takes a base hit away from Nori.
Goes into a slide to make the backhanded play. A little pop-up. Able to get rid of it quickly by doing that. And an accurate throw. Seth 0 for 2. Flew out to center field, grounded out to the first baseman.
Come on, Mike. He needs a knock for his birthday. His 34th. Got to have it. Strike 1.
Well, if we're going to go there, he may as well hit it in the seats, Dave. Right?
He's 2 for 10 on his birthday. 3 previous times he's played a game. And no, almost on cue. Whoa, good call. Oh, man.
He had a 90-mile-an-hour fastball there. You can see it on the EQC tracer right on the inside corner. He just dropped the barrel on it. A little quick.
Due to break out of this 1 for 16 slump. comes the 0-2. Boston wins. That's a big help to the Mariners. Baltimore, that's not a help. Ditto Detroit, winning 6-2 at Atlanta. Mariners doing their part here, up 5-0. Swing and a miss. Smitty's gone, so are the Mariners. Here in the fourth, after 4, Mariners with the lead at 5-0, as we hear from one of our ultimate fan winners joining us here tonight.
Hi, I'm Gary from Helena, Montana's ultimate fan. I watch every Mariners game on Root Sports with DirecTV. Go Mariners, hashtag where I root.
Coverage of baseball brought to you by T-Mobile. How about the Mariners minor league award winners? Andrew Moore wins that Jamie May Pitcher of the Year award, and Ken Griffey Jr. Hitter of the Year award goes to Tyler O'Neill. Big year for him. 293 of 24 and 102 at Double-A Jackson. We had Jerry DiPoto on here, a couple of weeks ago. He had some nice things to say about Tyler O'Neill as this pitch fouled out of play by Marcus Semien.
Yeah, we'll definitely see a lot of him in spring training next year.
Corner outfielder with pop. Not the biggest guy, but he's sort of like a Chris Davis. 5'10" tops.
He's put together pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, not real tall.
No.
One and one the count here. Make that 1-2 the count. To Semien leading off here. Inning number 5. Taijuan Walker looking for his 8th win. Went to double by Semien, first time up, double down the left field line. With walk issued by Taijuan. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Catcher Bruce Maxwell. He did go as they check with Chad Fairchild. Maxwell walked first time up. Runner goes, got a great break. Throw by Zunino. They're working a lot on this, and there was no way that was happening. Ball really sailed on Mike. Plus the jump was outstanding.
Yeah, he ended up rushing the throw because of the jump. Tried to just get rid of it quickly. Good play by Marte to leave the bag and make sure the ball doesn't end up in center field.
Number 10, stolen base number 10 for Simeon. 1-1 to Maxwell. He's overthrown right now. 2-1. Taiwan's had plenty of run support here tonight.
Well, and that's the reason why Scott Service and Mel Stottlemyre, they don't want to see the walks. He's had 1 walk in 4 of the 5 innings.
2-1. Figure if they get rate he's going right now, let's see, 80 pitches, another inning, maybe 2.
Last start of the year, I think that you can expect him to go over 100 pitches as long as he keeps the base runners to a minimum.
Needed that strikeout, just his second of the night.
Just a good fastball at 94 miles an hour. As you take a look at the Primera Supermo, good four-seamer. You can see the ball spinning right on the inside corner, ties him up with it. Elevated fastball. We've seen that quite a bit from Taiwan tonight. Working at the top of the strike zone with his fastball.
24,088 on hand here tonight. To right field, right at Seth Smith. Off the bat of Smolinski. He's now 0 for his last 17. 2 outs, man at second. CenturyLink brings you what's next. Gerald Cotton off to a fine start. Masashi Iwakuma, pitcher of the year in the Mariners. So says the Seattle chapter of the Baseball Writers Association of America. Sean Manaea goes against the King. Don't forget 12:10 start time on Sunday as Felix goes for win number 12.
Manaea, a hard throwing left-hander.
Matt Olson. First pitch swinging back in the third, flied out to left. Deal 1. Simeon the runner at second, walk and a stolen base. Two and 1 they count to Matt Olson, playing just his 9th game this season. So 2-2 with 2 outs. Taiwan trying to put away the rookie. Olson called up from AAA Nashville 18 days ago. Two-two pitch. He's been up high a lot. Full count. Joey Wendell on deck. He's the leadoff man for the Athletics. He's 0 for 2.
Well, Taiwan can retire him. Pretty good shape to get through the next inning. Bullpen has been pitching a lot lately. Another visit by Mike Zunino. He's made a few trips out to the mound.
mentioned 24,088 tonight here at Safeco Field. Last weekend of the regular season. 3-2 pitch here. And he walked him. That's a second walk this inning, 5th for the ball game.
And that will bring out Mel Stottlemyre. Not a surprise.
Got a kid just up, batting in the 9 hole, and a couple pitches, several pitches well out of the zone.
Well, that last pitch was a changeup, and I think Mike wanted him to throw the fastball, and that's why when Mike went out to the mound, Taiwan, I think ended up winning the battle and said he wanted to throw his changeup and missed with it.
Top of the order, and Joey Wendell ground out to short, ground out to second. Games that matter to the Mariners. Toronto's lost, Baltimore's won, Detroit has won. Ball 1. Taiwan with 5 walks, 2 strikeouts to this point. None of the walks have scored, obviously. It's a high strike. Two outs, 2 on. 1-1.
Able to get the call on a couple of borderline pitches. The fastball at the top of the zone on the inside corner, and that last breaking ball probably just off the plate away, but was able to get the call.
Ball and 2 strikes. Stake to an early lead. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Mounting pitch count here in the 5th. Trying to put an end to it right here. 1-2, and he just gets a piece of it. Foul ball.
It's on a changeup. Going to see the movement. It's going to go down and away. Off the plate away, just gets a piece of it right off the end of the bat.
Big 1-2 pitch with a couple of men aboard. Fouled off. Cardinals doing a good job staying alive in the National League, up 7-0 in the 9th, and that's in the dirt, blocked by Zunino.
We haven't seen a lot of Joey Wendell, the off hitter for the A's tonight, but the little bit that we have seen, he will battle you.
Yeah, 9 pitches the first at bat. That's another long at bat right here.
Well, this will be the 8th pitch of this at bat.
Two. Kino. Yay. Bases are loaded.
Back up the middle. I think Robbie was going to go to second base.
E4.
Just his 3rd error on the year.
Tough break. Brings up Stephen Vogt. Base is loaded. You got Simeon. He's at 3rd. Matt Olson at 2nd. And Joey Wendell at 1st. Vogt tonight walked and flied to right field. Strike 1. Pitch number 98 coming up. it is playable. Here comes Kyle Seager. Straight 3. So we go to the home 5th. Taiwan and the Mariners lead at 5-0. As we look at our Columbia Bank difference of the game, they've got 4 of them in the first 3 innings, Mike.
It's great to see it, especially early in the ball game. Aoki with a home run, his 4th home run. Well, Robinson Cano, 38 home runs on the year. Nelson Cruz also a home run, 42 for him. Middle of the lineup has done a lot of damage this year.
Big hug from Felix. And the Swelmet guy, that's not the Swelmet guy, but that is a nice replica right there. That's going back for our first trip to Oakland. And they like the look of that Darth Vader type helmet. They made a trade, put it in Mariner old school colors, and the hero of the game gets to wear it. And Maniacta, the Mariners put it on social media. Well, they're going to need multiple pictures tonight if this holds.
Pretty aggressive swing by Cano on that first pitch. I think he tried to hit his 3rd one.
There's the 0-1. Zach Neal on in relief of Raul Alcantara, who only lasted 2 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Gave up all 4 home runs. Both of Robbie's home runs have gone dead central. On 1 pitch.
Talked about it earlier in the ball game. Graveman, the starting pitcher for the A's last night, pitched Robbie in the entire time. And Alcantara tried to pitch him away and cost him a couple of home runs. And now Zach Neal going right back inside again.
Ball and 2 strikes. Too high. That's going to be an easy play for the right fielder, Matt Olson. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame. It's presented by Delta Airlines. Brad, Bill, Jen, and Angie will have all kinds of postgame reaction interviews. And again, if you're just joining us, Boston beat Toronto 5-3. Baltimore beat the Yankees 8-1, and Detroit 6-2 over Atlanta tonight. Mr. Cruz coming up 2 for 2. Single to left and a home run straight away. 0-1. Five runs on 7 hits and an error for the Mariners. 3 on for the Athletics. No runs, 1 hit. 5 stranded.
Neal missed badly with the first 2 pitches.
Two and 1. A great run here for Nelson Cruz. 3 consecutive years, 40 or more home runs. 2-1. .40 with Baltimore back in the 2014 season. Last year with the Mariners, 44 and 42 as we speak, with Kyle Seager on deck. Three-one pitch. Oh. Man, that's crushed, but it's going to go foul. Earlier in the year, you were talking about getting one out to Royal Brome. He didn't miss by too much.
Well, it's 91 miles an hour right in the middle of the plate.
Yeah, put a camper in this season. Hit one out onto the street. Clear the decks. 3-2 to Nelly.
That would be impressive tonight. It's a cool evening.
Yeah.
Not much of a breeze at all.
Two pitch. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Zach Neal. And the most popular way to follow the Mariners postseason push is with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy game day, live game video, highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Get MLB.com at bat on your favorite devices now. Kyle Seager walking a double. Two outs, nobody on here in the home 5th. Soft toss there. Strike one. Two balls, 1 strike. There, the club hanging in. Need to win their games. Some help with Boston and Yankees and Atlanta next couple of days. 2-1. Two and 2. Temperatures dropped 6 degrees down to 58 here at Safeco Field. 2-2 pitch. A full count. Adam Lynn's on deck.
Let's see if Kyle will get into a fastball here.
Sitting on 99 runs batted in. 3-2 pitch. Second baseman Rendon makes a fine play, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 5th. And after 5 innings, it's the Mariners 5-0. Let's hear from one of our Ultimate Fan winners joining us here tonight.
Hi, I'm Mike from Briar, and I am Washington's Ultimate Mariners fan. I catch every Mariners game on Root Sports with Comcast. Go M's!
He'd like to erase the 5 walks, Mike.
He would, but he's been able to make some pitches to get out of trouble. You can see a little bit frustrated as he walks off the field. And there you can see his line. Just the 1 hit, but 5 walks. 98 pitches for Taiwan. He's held the A's to an 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position.
Got Ryan Healy leading off. Breaking ball for a strike. Healy, Davis, and Alonso 3, 4, and 5 in the 6th. Healy's bounced into a double play and flied out to right. Got some action out there. Evan Scribner pretty much saved the season a couple of nights ago in Houston. Long run for Martin, running out of room at the track, and that baby's gone. That kid has been hot. That's an extended sitting streak to 6 games. Ryan Healy with home run number 13, RBI number 36. Now 11 for his last 22.
He has really swung the bat well in the second half. Pretty good ride on a fastball, 94 miles an hour on the outer half of the plate, just out of the reach of Martin.
'27th home run given up by Taiwan. Strike 1 to Chris Davis. Late. Good catch 95. 0-2. Only 2. Davis eating out of his hands, and we check in with Angie Mente.
Oh, guys, thanks so much. I'm just reminding everybody to use that hashtag Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines. And when you use that hashtag, it gives us permission to use your photo on the air, like Crystal, who sends this one all the way from Weiser, Idaho. Go Mariners and go fighting. I like it. And then we got a double dip tomorrow. Jason Stiles checking in from Spokane. The college football crew getting ready for Eastern versus UC Davis. You can see that game right here on Root Sports. The hashtag is Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines. You guys get to bed early tonight.
Bet on that. All right, Angie, thank you very much. Andrew Alonso, 0 for 2. One. Top the zone, did not get it. Jared Fairchild said he was able to check his swing. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Taiwan now at 108 pitches. The season high is 118. It's all the way back in April against Houston.
Martin for the out. 2 away to bring in Marcus Semien. Unforgettable games, undeniable greatness, and unstoppable drama. The 2016 postseason begins October 4th. Go to MLB.com/postseason for a full schedule. A run in, 2 outs. Semien a double and a walk plus a stolen base. Just joining us, Mariners with 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. They've hit 4 home runs. Cano's got 2 of them. Oakland and Cruz have checked in with long balls as well. 2-1. Martin going back. Puts it away. Home run by Healy gets the Athletics on the board. Their second hit tonight. It's 5-1 Mariners. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next, and by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Push for the postseason going well for the Mariners here in the second of 4 with the Athletics. There's your line score. 4 home runs, 2 by Robbie Cano, 1 by Cruz, 1 by Nori Aoki. Looks like Taijuan Walker night might be done. Here is Adam Lind to lead things off. Lind, Martin, and Zunino 6, 7, and 8.
All the guys took a break for a couple of innings. Time to start adding on again. Score some more runs.
And don't be shy. And foul.
I have to believe that Taijuan Walker's evening is over. 113 pitches, 69 strikes for Taijuan. Faced 24 batters, 18 first pitch strikes. Or maybe he's going to hit.
Oh, 2. Adam today. Ground out to second and come back into the pitcher. Pitch outside.
Just missed the outside corner. Adam with a 10-game hitting streak.
Two pitch from Zach Neal. Shortstop waiting for him in the shift at Simi. There's a story in the American League. Rangers have clinched home field advantage. Boston's taken the tiebreaker, has the tiebreaker over Cleveland. And the Texas Rangers at home field.
And that's a big advantage for them.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have really played well at home this year.
Rangers at home 52-26. Here's Martin. Strikeout and a fly to center. Good count for him now, 2-0.
Evan Scribner getting loose again. He was up a couple innings ago. But he's ready.
2-0 pitch here to Martin. Off the end of the bat, right to the third baseman, Healy. Two down. There's Mike Zunino. Come back to the pitcher and a strikeout looking. Last run scored by the Mariners was the Cruz homer in the third. Consecutive hitters retired now. Simeon makes it 12, so the Mariners go quietly in the sixth. Lead at 5-1. Evan Scribner will take over. Taijuan Walker gives the Mariners 6 innings of work tonight. Gives up a run on 2 hits.
Some help from his defense on the double play ball early in the ball game. Taijuan with some early run support certainly helped. Struggled a little bit with his curveball and his changeup in the first 2 innings, but after that he really settled in. Had a good fastball. His fastball top of the strike zone all night was a good pitch for him. His fastball 94 to 96 miles an hour, and this is a big league pop-up. Bases loaded with a couple of outs. Kyle Seager with all kinds of time to get underneath it and make the catch.
Good for Taijuan. They have plenty of help, boys. 4 home runs hit tonight. Here's his line for this evening.
6 innings, just the 2 hits. 1 run, it was earned, the solo home run by Healy. 5 walks for Taijuan. 3 strikeouts. He threw 113 pitches, 69 for strikes, faced 24 batters, 18 first pitch strikes for Taijuan. Evan Scribner going to take over. This will be his 11th appearance. He has really pitched well for the Mariners here in the month of September. 14 strikeouts, over 2 walks, and 12 in the third. Opponents hitting 125 against Evan. Fastball right around 90 miles an hour. Good curveball.
His effort on Wednesday night was spectacular in the 6th inning. And former A delivers to Maxwell, who fouls one off. Scribner came in after Nick Vincent had entered the ballgame in the 6th. Gave up a home run, a single, and tying runs with the plate. He went strikeout, swinging, strikeout, looking, and ground out, and then gave up 1 hit, a harmless double in the 7th, and then the Mariners blew it open late. Maxwell tonight walking a strikeout.
Evan typically throws a lot of strikes. When you hear members of this organization talking about commanding the strike zone, that is a plus for him.
2-2 to Maxwell. Ben Gamble takes over in right. And Heredia in left. The defensive platoon is in now. 2-2. Red Sox a big help tonight for the Mariners. Big Papi hit a 2-run homer. That was the final margin there, 5-3 over the Blue Jays. Baltimore crushed the Yankees 8-1. And Detroit blew out Atlanta 6-2.
Tried to hit the outside corner, just missed it.
Full count. Cano in short right field here for Maxwell. A foul ball. Pitch from Scribner. Pretty deep to left. Going back Heredia on the track to make the catch. Banging into the wall at the Fred Hugg side.
A lot of carry on that fly ball. I thought it was going to be fairly routine when he hit it, but he takes him right up against the fence. Good concentration as he slams into the wall. Well, that's why Scott Service puts him out there late in games.
Been effective. One out brings up Jake Smolinski. Strikeout and fly to right. Mariners drove Smolinski nuts in the third. 3 balls hit. A couple of them. One out of the building over his head. Another one off his glove and left the building, and then Seager banged one off the fence out there like they were picking on him. Scribner ahead of 1-2. Close shave. Two. Breaking ball, a beauty, struck him out. 2 down. Take a look at our Coors Banquet timeless moment. And speaking of bullpen strikeouts, how about what these boys have rung up here this year? Altavilla, Scribner, Diaz, and Storin. The strikeout to walk ratio, very impressive.
And they have been on a great run here in the month of September. Made a big difference for the ball club.
Matt Olson.
Another reason why Scott Service has not hesitated at all to get his starters early if he needs to.
Sure. Some more numbers from early September. Very impressive again.
Opponent's batting average is a 193 average against him.
Playable. Seager gives way to Heredia. Defensive platoon. Next couple plays here. Heredia records a couple of outs. 1, 2, 3 go. The Athletics in the 7th. It's the 7th inning. Do you know where your winning numbers are? Download the Washington's Lottery mobile app and everything will be a tap away. Beautiful look at Seattle. Great nighttime shot, and that line scored pretty as well. Mariners got some help from Boston. David Ortiz, a late game 2-run homer, 5-3 over Toronto. Baltimore did win, and so did Detroit, but the Mariners keeping their playoff chances alive. Finish off this game here tonight. They got a 5-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, and Root Sports Crew. And Marte slashes one foul. Cattell ground out to first and a comebacker to the pitcher. Mariners trying to get back on the board here. They've seen the last 12 batters retired.
And it has been Zach Neal. Alcantara, just 2 innings for him. Zach Neal has taken over out of the bullpen and has pitched well against the Mariners. Pretty good 2-seam fastball and a slider.
Struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody. 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Simeon's going to take it. Right to the game stress-free from Sound Transit's new Link Light rail stations. Capitol Hill and the UW, they're now open. So plan your trip at soundtransit.org. And heavily used today. 70,000 up at Husky Stadium. Huskies blow out Stanford 44-6. Way to go for your alma mater, Mike.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Figured it'd be competitive. I thought that would be a competitive game. I'm not surprised that they won, but 44-6. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either.
Here's Gamble. Ben Gamble.
I was thinking about it with Gamble and Heredia. Mariners have played well in September, so they've been ahead in a lot of ball games. These two have had an opportunity to pick up an at-bat or 2 along the way, so they're gaining some experience.
Quick 2 outs in the 7th, and while we're on the football thread here, tune in to Root Sports tomorrow as we bring you another Big Sky Conference matchup presented by your local Ford store. Watch the UC Davis Aggies take on the Eastern Washington Eagles. All the action begins Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific on Root Sports, the home of Big Sky football. There's Heredia. Neal's been tough. Tried all 14 men he's faced. Nick Vincent often used, getting ready to make his 59th appearance. Scribner talking to a very happy pitching coach, Mel Stoudemire Jr. 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes. Look out. Oh, baby. All right, come to the game and keep and score. The 4 hash marks, of course, are home runs there on that person's scorecard. I used to love that. I thought that was so cool the first time. My dad showed me how to do that at a ball game. A delay because the person got hit. They need somebody to. Oh, jeez. Heredia to left. Chris Davis. Boy, how about Zach Neal? Retired all 15 men he's faced. Mariners have a 5-1 lead. Let's hear from one of our Ultimate Fan winners joining us here tonight.
Hi, I'm Dan from Eugene, and I'm Oregon's Ultimate Mariners fan. I catch every Mariners game on Root Sports with Comcast. Go Mariners!
well on their way. Toronto, you can see that. You have to have the Boston Red Sox sweep Toronto. Toronto lost tonight. The Tigers can win a game and still, Mariners can still get there. If the Mariners lose a game, they can only tie Toronto and the Tigers. If they lose 2 games, they will be eliminated. So some opportunities out there. They definitely need some help. They just have to continue to win ball games at this point. Nick Vincent going to take over. 58 appearances for Nick, a 3.70 ERA. Fastball right around 90 miles an hour. Has a cutter in the upper 80s and a slider.
Once again, nice work by Evan Scribner. Throws 1, 2, 3, 7th. Top of the order, Joey Wendell. Rough outing for Nick on Wednesday, giving up a home run and 2 singles to the 3 men that he faced. Here comes Martin. One away. Mariners' pursuit of the playoff, it continues tomorrow. 6:10 first pitch, and Sunday afternoon at 12:10. So head to Safeco Field and let your voice be heard to help the Mariners keep fighting. Every game matters, so make sure you're on hand by getting your tickets right now at mariners.com. Time to win, you betcha. Here's Stephen Vogt. DHing tonight. Walk, fly right, pop the third. Shift on for him with Cano at short right field. Swinging a miss and a lost helmet.
Like a rare changeup from Nick Vincent off the outside corner.
Cano's right there. Couldn't have been better placed. 2 outs. Here's the seating for the National League. The Cubs running away with it, as you know. The Nationals, Dusty Baker's ball club, in good shape. Matter of fact, right now the Giants hanging tough. They just took a 4-3 lead, bottom 6 at home against the Dodgers. And they need that win to stay ahead of the Cardinals. Cardinals 7-0 win at home against Pittsburgh tonight. The Mets keep leading things too. Here's a fly ball left field. Nick Vincent, good inning. Very nice. Brief and to the point. 1, 2, 3. Go the Athletics in the 8th. Mariners 5-1.
Angie Bentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Tonight was a really special night, and not just because the Mariners and where they are right now in the season, but we also got to meet our ultimate fan winners for 2016. That is Lois. She is from Alaska. She has remained true to the blue all the way through cancer. We had Nancy and Daniel. Any stat that you needed, Daniel's got for you. Gary, you'll want to play catch with him. He's got a cannon. And Mike, actually, and his wife are both crazy Mariner fans. We're actually married here at Safeco Field, which is really cool because they can come back here every single year for their anniversary. But it was so fun getting a chance to meet our 2016 Ultimate Fan winners. And Brad and Jen and myself all went up to the suite and hung out with them for a while. And a really cool group this year. Guys, back to you.
All right, Angie, thank you. I had a chance to meet them at 3 o'clock on the field here. It was a very enthusiastic group of people. Mikey did a nice job presenting. Made a lot of pictures.
Yeah, a lot of pictures. They were very excited, and it's great to see. A lot of fun.
There's Robbie Cano, one of the stars tonight for the Mariners. Daniel Colon, the new pitcher, left-hander. 2 home runs for Robbie. 2-run shot in the first. Solo blast in the third. Fly to right in the 5th.
For Colon, his average fastball at 90 miles an hour. Change, curve, slider. 2 strikes. He'll throw his curveball a bit more than the rest of his off-speed pitches. This will be his 34th appearance on the year. 3-1 record. High ERA at 4.73. 51 strikeouts and 45 2/3.
On to Cano. And to the second baseman, Wendell. 1 away. Game 3 of this series coming up tomorrow. 6:10 first pitch. Jarrell Cotton goes against Sasashi Iwakuma, leading winner on the Mariner Ball Club. Made all his starts, and then the King gets a start on Sunday. Don't forget, a 12:10 start. We'll be on the air at 11:30 Pacific time. Sean Manaea goes against Felix. It'll be extended Kings Court sections and a terrific t-shirt. This is My House t-shirt's going to be distributed. Nelson Cruz, single to left in the first, homer straightaway center in the third, and a strikeout in the 5th. Ellie with 42 home runs. Career best 44 home runs last year with the Mariners. He had 40 the year before with Baltimore.
Steve Cishek getting loose in the pen. He will pitch the top of the 9th inning.
Now they take a little extra time. And that pain abate in that left wrist of his that's really been ailing him. Here's Steve. Well, he hurt that wrist not too long ago, swinging weighted bat, I believe it was, or on deck circle in the last 10 days. All 2 strikes. Ball and 2 strikes to Cruz. 2-2. Mariners all their runs first 3 innings. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. 2-2 pitch here. Ellie goes down swinging second time. Got more scenarios here for you regarding the Mariners' chances to get into the playoffs.
Well, we've talked about it a lot for the Mariners. They obviously have to continue to win. Lock this one down tonight. Get a sweep of the A's. And 2 of the following have to happen. Baltimore wins today, so you need them to lose the next 2 days to the Yankees. Toronto did lose, so they can get a split with Boston. And then the Tigers, of course, they're down in Atlanta. They ended up winning today, but if they go 2-1, Mariners in pretty good shape overall.
There's Kyle Seager, walk, double, and a ground out. Kyle sitting on 99 runs batted in. Cano, with his 2 home runs, he's got an even 100. Cruz at 103. One run for the Athletics. Leadoff homer in the 6th by Ryan Healy, their 3rd baseman. It was his 13th. One and 2. Kyle. 3rd inning double did extend its hitting streak to 5 ball games. Boys are loose down there, which was a good sign coming out of Houston. Coming off a 4-2 road trip. Two out, nobody on, 1-2 pitch. One-two pitch to Seager. Struck him out. So 1-2-3 inning. That's 18 consecutive Mariners retired, but they've got a 5-1 lead. Steve Cishek in to lock it down in the 9th.
The 9th inning, Mariners lead it 5-1. Coming up on Mariners postgame, presented by Delta Airlines. Lots of fun stuff to talk about after this one. A great night watching the Mariners bats come alive. Of course, we'll get you updated on the AL wildcard race, and we'll get you inside the clubhouse for post-game reaction. It's all coming up on Mariners postgame, presented by Delta Airlines. How about that night for Robbie Cano, guys?
He's an all-star. MVP of this ball club. Thank you, Angie. Steve Cishek ready to take over. He's going to face the middle of the A's order here in the 9th.
60 appearances on the air, 75 strikeouts, and 62 in the 3rd. Opponents hitting just 187. Steve, his fastball will be in the low 90s and a sweeping slider.
He's got Chris Davis, Yonder Alonso, and Marcus Semien. Davis 0 for 2 with a walk. Easy one hopper. Marte, 1 down. It's going to bring up Yender Alonso. Fly out to left, fly to right, fly to center. He has spread it around. Cano in short right field for him. Strike one. Sashi Iwakuma looking to keep the string alive tomorrow, keep these Mariners going. So win tonight, win tomorrow. Mariners can't be eliminated on Sunday. Obviously, they still need some help. Keeps things alive on one pitch. Noriaoki with a home run in the second inning. That made it a 3-0 lead.
Mariners scoring all their runs on the home run.
It's a good thing they got him early, because since then the last 18 men have been retired. 2-1. Easy play for Heredia. It's coming in as part of the defensive platoon. He's been busy. 2 down. That is the 4th putout for Heredia, and these fans, 24,088. Let's double up that number for tomorrow, folks. These boys are playing some good baseball and staying alive in this playoff chase. Here's Simeon. Double walk and a fly to center.
First pitch strike to all 3 batters for Steve.
Cishek did a nice job in last night's ball game. Here's the 0-1. Came in and threw a double play ball in the 7th. Then went 1-2-3 in the 8th. There's 1-1 here. And so do it. Cano going back. Cano makes the play. Ball game over. Mariners win 5-1, and your playoff hopes continue to breathe. Come on out tomorrow, folks. 24,088 here tonight, and the Mariners keep the pressure on everybody else, and if they can get some help, you never know. 2 hours 45 minutes on this one. A beauty. Home run power. A lot of broadsides tonight. A lot of fun. See you tomorrow. First pitch at 6:10 right now. Mariners post game presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Brad and Bill.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. There's Cano. He had a couple of home runs. Cruz homer, Aoki homer. All 5 runs came via the long ball. Mariners win at 5-1. Just 2 hits by the A's. They've now lost 10 of 11. Again, the perfect time to get this team taking care of business. Welcome out here to the pen. It's Brad. It's Bill. So long ball early. Taiwan, the bullpen.